Hello, everyone, and welcome to the official reveal of the FBox game console, the official game console from the FB3 Network YouTube channel. I am, in fact, FB3 Network, and I am the project lead for the FBox game console. And today, I am here to reveal the console today on April 1st. And we got a lot of stuff to show you tonight in this presentation. We got some concept designs to show you, confirmed game releases. Yes, some games that have been confirmed to be releasing on the console in the next possibly 2 decades. Um, a reveal of the whole team that has been working on the console, the timeline leading up to launch, uh, and we even got the price and the planned release window. Yes, you're gonna get to hear about when the console is coming out in the reveal. So that's very exciting, as well as the price. So, a lot of stuff planned. Without further ado, let's get started here. So, here's the intro to the game console. At FB3 Network, we're always striving to deliver you with the best in gaming content on YouTube. But today, we're going further beyond just simple YouTube content. We are very proud to announce our first foray into game console development, which we fittingly named the FBox. Why are we doing this? Well, we want to get out of our comfort zone and develop something truly remarkable. The FBox is our next big step into this territory. This console is made by gamers for gamers. So, yeah, why are we doing this? Well, we want to step out of that comfort zone and make something new, something we've never done before. And a great way to attest my skills is, hey, I want to jump into the game console market, so here we have it, the FBox. And this is the first time we're getting into game console development. So yeah, and we're very excited, and we hope you enjoy the console when it does eventually launch, and we hope you have a great time, and we hope you love the console, and we hope it sticks with you, as well as the team that's worked on it for the next few years. Anyways, next slide. Okay, so here's our table of contents. We got design mockups on page 4, expected game releases on page 11, the team on page 18, the timeline on page 21. That is again our timeline leading up to launch. The price and release window on page 24. A summary of everything that's been covered on page 26. And we do have one more thing to talk about on page 27 before we give our closing remarks on page 28. So, that is all the stuff you're going to be hearing about in this presentation. Let's begin. Alright, so here's our design mockups. Before I get into these design mockups, I do want to let you know and inform you that these concept designs are not final. These are only concept designs. They are not representative of the final product. And look like what it does in these mockups. It might not even look like it at all. Again, that's why they're mockups. This is a concept design. This may be one of many. So, yeah, we may do some experimentation. We will see when we get further into the development of the console. Uh, anyways, let's begin. Here's the mockups. Again, not final. Okay, so here is the overhead view of the console. This and actually we did something we want to do something a little bit unique here. So we decided for this concept design, we decided, hey, you know what would be a really cool idea? If we, made the console look like a letter. And what better letter to do than the F in the logo, in the channel logo? So this concept design is based off that idea of the console looking like is in the shape of an F. And that's not any F either. That's actually the F in the channel branding. Yes, that is actually the F in the channel branding. And uh not too many consoles did this. The Xbox did have this at did have something similar at GDC 2001, but that was a long time ago, and that's never been done before. It's never been done before. Since then, and eventually made the Xbox a black brick with the X engraved on it. But we actually want to make the console itself in the shape of an F, in the shape of a letter for real. So that's what we're wanting to do in this mock-up design. Again, concept design is shown here. It's not representative of the final product, so it might the console might not even look like this at all when we eventually when we eventually get the final design ready. So it might not even look like this at all when it gets released to manufacturing. So yeah. Anyways, next slide here. Okay, so this is what what we're playing the controller port's gonna look like. This is what we're playing for the controller port to look like. Um, and before I go ahead of myself, um, we have not actually made any mock-ups for the actual controller yet. That is actually planned. We just haven't had time to work on it because we have been really busy getting all these slides and this presentation as a whole done. So the controller mock-ups haven't been made yet, and it may take it may take like another maybe 2 months before we're able to do that. But this is what we're planning for the control port to look like. It's two circles next to each other because that's going to be the shape of the connector that's on the controller. At least that's what we're planning because the connector is on there is the connector is going to be in that shape. So again, haven't had time to work on the controller design itself, the mock-ups at least. We're actually planning to start work on that sometime in June. So keep an eye out for that. And stay tuned to this space. When we have more info to share about the controller design, we will. So keep an eye out. We may have another slideshow to share regarding that controller design. We don't know. We will let you know when we have more info. But this is what the controller port's planned to look like. Again, it may not look like this at all. But we've got a good idea of what we want it to look like. Okay, so here's where most of the essential stuff is. Okay, Okay, first things first is the disk drive. Yes, this game console is in fact going to support physical game releases. We're not going to do all that digital bullcrap all the other companies are doing. This game console is going to have physical game tiles. It's going to have physical discs, which is why the disk drive exists. And also, speaking of the disk drive, we're also planning for Blu-ray support, so you're gonna be able to watch Blu-ray movies on it. Well, that's gonna be later on down the line, maybe closer to manufacturing, not like maybe like a few months before it, maybe 2 or 3 months, maybe 4. But it's going to have Blu-ray support, which means it will also support DVDs. But yes, physical game releases are 100% confirmed. We are not going to deny physical media its place. We're not going to deny it. So, and also, yes, the console is going to support digital releases. We're gonna have a storefront where you can buy digital titles, but again, physical game releases are in fact supported. And again, that's why the disk drive exists, because we support the ability to actually own your games, unlike some companies. Anyways, and that's also why the eject button exists too, because again, we support physical titles. Anyways, next, next thing up is the power button. Now you may notice the power button looks a little distinct. It looks a little interesting. That is because that is also a part of our channel branding. We're going to make the power button like unique, different from all the other power buttons, which is why we're making it in the shape of the number 3 in the channel branding. And also, that font is the same. It is the same font that we indeed use for the channel branding. And again, we just want to make the power button unique. We want to make it a unique shape, which is why we're playing on that. And honestly, I really hope that idea gets to manufacturing, because you know power buttons on game consoles, they don't really look you know unique these days. You have your logo power buttons where just like, for example, the Xbox logo on like a on like it's like a power button, and there's also the power buttons that are just the shape of a power button. They don't even look like anything unique. It's just power button and that's it. But we want to we want to distance ourselves from that, which is why we're making it in the shape of the number of our channel branding. Again, also same font. I should bring that up. It's the same font too. It's literally the same thing as on our channel branding. So the power button's gonna look very, very distinct, unlike anything anyone's done before. And I'm hoping we get that idea out to manufacturing. Again, power button. So simply, power button is something that's never been done before. Next slide. Okay. This part right here. This isn't anything special for now. Which is why I just put the FBox on there. Yeah, I just put the FBox on there. Well, we did, but still, it just says the FBox for now, and the reason for that is because we don't really have anything to put there yet. We don't really have an idea. I think what we're going to plan to do is that's where the copyright information and all the legal stuff is going to go. Like, you know, um, warranty stuff, related stuff, copyright information for our company, and other important stuff about health and safety warnings. That's where all that important tech stuff is gonna go. I think that's what I'm planning, and I'm gonna pass that along to the team. So for now, it just says the FBox, but planning for just important tech stuff to go there. So, legal stuff, warnings, all that stuff. And here we go. Here's where the USB ports are gonna go, and they're very. The this is where you're gonna find the ports where you plug in the console, as well as ports for USB thumb drives and other things that support USB connectors. That's where you're gonna find all that at. So if you have like for example, a USB keyboard, you can plug it into one of the ports. So that's where all that stuff's gonna go. And the ports, they have yet to be determined. We are actually working on that. And we don't really have an idea of what the ports are going to look like, because again, concept design, so nothing's final. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of ports. I'm thinking there might be a dozen or 2 dozen. I don't have a clear estimate yet, but that's what head. So there's that, and that's that. Again, nothing too important here. It's just this is where the ports are gonna. This is where you're gonna plug in all the and yes, it will support other controllers that have that support USB ports. So for example, it will support wired Xbox One controllers. Yes, folks, we're doing universal controller support. So, for example, if you have a DualSense controller for your PlayStation 5, and you can like a wired DualSense controller that supports PC and Windows, guess what? It works with the FBox. Yes, it's gonna work with the FBox, and you're gonna be able to use it. And we are going to, and just to further emphasize that we're gonna have full controller support, we are also planning for our games to have different button layouts for like the controller. So if you're using an Xbox controller, it's gonna have A, B, X, and Y. And if you're using a PlayStation controller, like for example, again the DualSense, it's going to have the square, triangle, circle, and cross on it. So there's something that is definitely happening. We are doing universal controller support, and again also the controller that comes with the console will work as well, because again, it will have its own custom connector. But again, ports, they're not determined yet, so we are playing on that. That is in our roadmap. Not this roadmap. It is in our staff roadmap that is planned. I should probably I should probably save that in my you know, important information, important important documents folder on my computer, so I know about that and remember about it. So there's that. And that's really all there is to it. Again, this is just another aerial shot of the of the actual console. And you may notice right here that um there are distinct colors. Yes. The actual F is blue and the outer shell is red. There's a reason for that. And that is because that's the colors of our branding. Again, we're trying to be consistent here. And there you have it. That is our all of our concept designs for the game console. Again, not final. So it may not look like this when we actually start the process of manufacturing it. So we'll keep you updated on this, and we'll keep you updated. Just follow the space. Keep an eye out for any information on that. When you see like the full the full console reveal trailer, then you'll know whether the console looks like this or not. It may not. I don't know. So there you have it. Those are our concept designs. We don't have any more to show you. So there you have it. Okay, next slide. Expected game releases. These are These are titles that have been confirmed to be coming out for the FBox. So, these are titles that are definitely 100% confirmed. So the titles you're gonna see in here, these are titles that these games are coming to the console. I repeat, are coming to the console. We have got a list of the games here for you, and these games are confirmed releases, and they have estimated release windows. So let's get started here and let's see the confirmed game releases. Alright, here we go. This is first of many slides. I think 4. So, here we go. Expected game releases. Okay. On the game console's during the game console's actual launch, there is going to be a custom game centered around me. Yes, I'm making a video game for my own console, and it's gonna be an FBox launch title, and the title is FB3 Network: The Digital Cyber Chase, and this is gonna come out as soon as the FBox comes out. So when the console comes out, the game's gonna come out. So what is it? Well, this game is being made by my own studio, FB3 Games, and it's being published by FB3 Studios. Again, my own company. So so what is it? Well, FB3 Network: The Digital Cyber Chase is gonna be like it's an indie title, but it's going to be I'm trying to make it like AAA quality. So let me go over what the game is gonna be like. So basically, the story is that I am going to hold on. Oh, I need to check the documents. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Okay, the story is that a computer virus has taken over the world. But, but, I am, I, and, but, I am one of the people that get infected by this. And I don't just get infected, I get sucked into the digital world. And, like, I'm serious, I get sucked into the digital world. And I basically get sucked into the internet. Like, I get put into the internet. And now my goal is to not only escape, of course, but to also get rid of the virus, shut it down, and save the world. So, yeah. It's kind of similar to that one Scooby-Doo movie, but of course on a much larger scale. So, and it's also similar to the Wreck-It Ralph movie, the second one, that is, Ralph Breaks the Internet. Again, on a much larger scale. So that's going to be the FBox that's going to be the FBox's launch title. Okay. And here we go. Here's some of the actual other titles that have been confirmed to be released. First up, yes, folks, Split Second is coming back. Split Second 2 has been confirmed for a Q1 2026 release, and it's being developed by Disney Interactive and published by Disney. Second up, in Q2, Rockstar North is going to be releasing Grand Theft Auto 6 on the FBox. Because the game's coming out in 2025, that's not going to be a long way away. So you're going to get to play Grand Theft Auto 6 like pretty darn close to its release. Like it's a little bit off, but still, it's gonna be like I don't know. I'm gonna say the game's gonna come out in October of 2025. So you're gonna get the game on the FBox in about 6 months. So allegedly, 6 months. So about half a year. So you guys won't be having to wait long. Okay, Q3 2026. Insomniac is making a new entry in the Sunset Overdrive series. Yes, Sunset Overdrive 2 is coming out, and it's being published by, of course, Xbox Game Studios. And if you don't know what Sunset Overdrive is, it's basically a cartoonish zombie horde game. Like, it basically is like a Saturday morning cartoon. And it was, in fact, an Xbox exclusive. So it's nice to see that you guys are gonna get an exclusive on the FBox. Well, it's not gonna really be an exclusive, is it? But it's nice to see that you're gonna get a series that used to be an exclusive. I don't know when Sunset Overdrive 1's coming to the FBox, so I'll keep you updated on that. Okay, here we go. Q4 of 2026. Goat Simulator 2 Remastered is coming out. It is being published by Coffee Stain Studio and being developed by Coffee Stain North. And you may notice it said Goat Simulator 2 Remastered. Yes. In fact, Goat Simulator 2 doesn't even really exist yet. It is being released, but it's gonna be a whole new entry in the Goat Simulator series. It's gonna technically be the real third game, but it's called Goat Simulator 2 Remastered for the lulz. Because, of course, Coffee Stain is doing this crap. Why wouldn't they? Who else but Coffee Stain? Am I right? Anyways, Q1 2027, you guys are going to get a new entry in the Gran Turismo series. PlayStation Studios is developing this one. Like, who else but, who else but, PlayStation Studios? Like, for real. And, of course, again, published by Sony. Again, who else? And you're going to get that in, Q1 2027. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's going to definitely be a big AAA racing title. So, no boy, I'm keeping an eye out for that. So, and also, it's going to be the first Gran Turismo game that is not going to be PlayStation exclusive. That's right, you're also going to get it on the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X and S. Wait, hold on. Let me read the notes here. No, actually, it's a full on next gen title. So, you're gonna get it on the Xbox Series X and S, and you're also gonna get it on the PC as well. Yes, a Gran Turismo game coming out on the PC. Unreal, I know. And it's no longer a PlayStation exclusive, so you're gonna get it on basically every console out there, which includes the FBox. So, very exciting. Okay. Okay. Next up, Q2 2027. Guys, it's happening. Half-Life 3 is coming. Valve is making it. Valve is making it. You guys are going to get it in Q2 2027. Be on the lookout for that. Keep an eye out on Valve's social media accounts. They'll provide more info later. But also, real exciting news, it's going to be the first Half-Life game that's going to have a console release. Actually, I don't. Maybe that wasn't really true, since original Half-Life did come out on. Oh yeah, that isn't true, since Half-Life did come out on the Half-Life 2 did come out on the Xbox 360 in the form of the orange box. Anyways, but it's gonna be the first Valve game, Half-Life game that's gonna be released on multiple consoles. I should have said that. Multiple. So you're gonna get it on the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X and S, and the FBox. So you're gonna get it on 3 consoles. Very, very, very exciting news for you. And Q3 2027, that James Bond game is coming out in that time slot by IO Interactive, and they're the same people who are making that Mind's Eye game. Wait, no, that actually isn't true. It's being made by Builder Rocket Boy. It's being published by IO Interactive, but IO Interactive is developing Project 007, and that's also having a multi-console release as well. So, yeah. Also coming to the FBox. Alright. Some more titles. Alright, Resident Evil 9. You're getting a new Resident Evil game from Capcom. Coming out Q4 of 2027. Yes. Getting a new Resident Evil game. And it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while, of course. It's coming out 2027, of course. So, be on the lookout for that. Don't have any idea what the title's gonna be. I know the previous game was called Village, so I'm very interested to see what they're gonna call Resident Evil 9. Anyways, 2020. Now these next titles, these don't have a release, a quarter release window. They just have, like, the year of release. So all titles from here on out are just gonna have the year of release. So here we go. Here we go. You guys are getting a new Dead Island game. Dead Island 3 is coming out. Dam Buster is coming out 2028. And it's being published by Deep Silver, developed by Dam Buster Studios. And it's unreal that you guys are actually getting Dead Island 3, because I know it took ages for Dead Island 2 to get out, so that's pretty exciting news. You guys should be very excited about that. Alright. Also in 2028, you guys are getting another Borderlands game. Borderlands 5. But right now, that's not really being worked on since they're currently working on Borderlands 4. And, but you guys are getting Borderlands 4. So, very exciting news. It's coming out 2028. Be excited. And I don't have any info on what Borderlands 5 is going to be about because again, Borderlands 4 is Gearbox's top priority right now. Keep an eye out for that. That's it regarding that. Okay, 2029. Bethesda's going back to it. You guys are getting Starfield 2. And yes, guys, the way the title is pronounced is actually the way the title is actually the way the title is pronounced. It's actually they actually replaced the S with a 2. I don't know why that is. I don't know why Bethesda did that, but you guys are getting Starfield 2. Bethesda has confirmed to me that they have fully expanded the Starfield universe tenfold. So you guys are going to get a much bigger and much more longer Starfield game. And I'm very excited to see what Bethesda does with that. And you guys are going to get this game in 2029. So that's also going to take a while. But yeah, of course it's going to take a while because it's going to be it's a very ambitious AAA title. So I can see why. I expect that game to cost $70 at least. Okay, here we go. In 2030, you guys thought that I have one GTA game confirmed for the FBox? No, I have 2. Yes. Grand Theft Auto 7 is also confirmed. Rockstar North also developing this title. And again, Grand Theft Auto 6 is really their top priority right now. They're going to work on GTA 7 later, but 2030 is the planned release window for GTA 7. I look forward to see what they're going to do with that. Very excited for GTA 6, by the way. Should be coming out soon. 2031. There's another Valve game coming. We're finally getting a whole new Portal game. You guys are indeed getting Portal 3. Yes, guys, I know Valve is able to count to 3. What a surprise. And I can confirm in Portal 3, Shell and GLaDOS are back. Valve has told me that that Shell and GLaDOS are going to be returning in Portal 3. Very excited to hear about that. And also, exciting news. More exciting news about Portal 3. Sorry. Wheatley may be coming back. He might be having his, redemption arc in this game, so we have yet to see what Valve does with that. And, Valve also told me that DLC is planned, and it may be related to the original F-stop game, which was originally Portal was the Portal 2 beta. So, and it's going to relate to just the 80s aperture, the 60s, I mean, and that's it. It's not going to be the F-stop game for real. It's going to be based off the era that it was supposed to be set in. Anyways, okay, the titles from here on out on this list of expected game releases, they don't have a release window planned yet. So, you see those N/A's on Q and launch? That means not applicable because they don't have a set release window yet, and I don't know when they're gonna come out. But I will let you know when they finally get release windows. So watch this space. Anyways, you guys are getting a sequel to Cyberpunk 2077. And the reason the game is untitled, the sequel that is because CD Projekt Red hasn't really began work on it yet. And I don't know what they're going to do to expand the story of V and Johnny Silverhand. So we'll see what they do with that. It might be a prequel to Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know. And I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I don't know if it's gonna be like a prequel, a full-on sequel. I don't know, but yes, it is confirmed. It's untitled because they haven't really began work on the story yet. So I might receive more information on that when they actually begin work on the sequel. So I'll let you know about that. All right, next up, Hyunk Hyunk Am Goose. Untitled Goose Game is getting a sequel. Untitled Goose Game 2, also known as Retitled Goose Game. Yes, House is going back to that one game that made him blew up, and I've heard from House that this is a massive expansion of the original game, but also new puzzles, of course, and new locations. So it's gonna be huge. You are not gonna believe how large Retitled Goose Game is. Believe me, I've seen some early footage of it. My mind is blown. And this is really early, and it was really early footage too. So, my goodness, my God, when you see how big it is, you are not gonna believe it. And it's a simple, stupid little game like this too. The amount of work is unreal, for real. So keep an eye out on that, for real. Keep an eye on that. You are not gonna believe just how much of an expansion this is from the original Untitled Goose Game. Alright, here we go. These are all, again, not applicable because they don't have, release windows set or planned. So, here we go. I don't know why they're doing this, but apparently Kin Entertainment is back, and United Pictures is helping them publish again. That's right, guys. For some reason, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is getting a sequel. I do not understand this. Very, very confused. If you don't know what this game is, it's a very, very cursed game. And this is like one of the most random titles that the FBox is gonna get. So if you want to keep an eye out on that, I guess keep an eye out on it. I don't get the point of them doing this, but it's confirmed, so there's that. Alright. Next up, another weird game that's getting a release. Desert Bus is getting a sequel as well. Desert Bus 2 is coming out. Absolute is back. The publisher of what would be the original Desert Bus. They're coming back. And Electronic Arts and EA's gonna be publishing this game. So I wonder how that's gonna work out for EA. So who knows? We'll see. Alright, next up. What if I told you guys Stellar Stone is back? Yeah. They're back. And Big Rigs is getting a sequel. Yes, I don't know why all these shovelware titles are getting sequels, but apparently they are. And by the way, Activision's publishing this. And honestly, I expect this to be worse than the original Big Rigs. Somehow, they're gonna probably incorporate. I'm not gonna say because I don't want this presentation to get ruined. I don't want to sound unprofessional here, so we're just gonna ignore that. Big Rigs is coming back. The original Big Rigs was the original Big Rigs Over the Road Racing, infamous title that yeah, by the way, it got an 8 on Metacritic, so there's that for you. And GameSpot also covered it back in the day, so. And now it's getting a sequel. I heard there's going to be more trucks, more tracks, and that's about it. Oh, and they've also decided to actually keep Your Winner in. Yes, they're actually committing to the meme and are keeping Your Winner in. The broken trophy, so I guess there's that. And here we go. You guys wouldn't believe when I'm telling you this, but Minecraft is actually getting a sequel. Minecraft 2 is in the works, and Mojang's working on it. That's all I can really say because that's all the info I was given about that. So, I don't really have anything else to say about this. And when I get more info about it, I will let you know. But yes, Minecraft 2 is in development. It's in really early development, but it is planned. And you guys are getting it. And there you go. That's all the confirmed game releases for the FBox. Some titles you may be familiar with, some titles you may be fond of that are getting sequels, and some weird titles that I'm not gonna say. Again, don't want to sound unprofessional here. So there you go. That's all of our expected game releases. Let's move on now, shall we? This is a quote from one of our early adopters. He was well, I shouldn't say he because I don't know their gender. They were given early. They were given like an early development kit of the FBox, and this is what they said. The FBox is everything gamers have been asking for with home game consoles. Don't know if that's true, but thank you for the optimism, and thank you for believing in our project. Okay, let's move on now. The team. Here's the team that's working on the FBox. The entire team, everyone that's working on it. So you're gonna get to know who's been working on it, who's been designing it, who's been really every major key member of the team. So here we go. This is a solo project. I don't know if you can tell, but this is an entirely solo project. And if you didn't already tell that this was a solo project, I'm sure you'd be able to tell now. It's entirely a solo project, except for some funding that we're gonna be seeking out when we actually go out to manufacturing. So there's that. Nothing too special about this. It's solo project except for some much needed funding. We're going to be seeking funding from some companies like possibly Nvidia and we're going to be seeking governmental funding as well. So there's that for you. The timeline. Here's our roadmap leading up to the eventual release of the console. So this is how we're going to plan out the release. So keep an eye out for this, because it's very important. It's very important info. So you're gonna want to listen to this. Okay, planning. Planning. Here's our plan. First up, planning. We're gonna plan out the design of the FBox based on the models we already have shown previously. Again, they're concept designs. Might not look like it might not look like the concept designs at all. And then marketing. We're going to market the FBox using images of our concept design in billboards to entice potential buyers to potentially buy the system when it eventually comes out. Or maybe even pre-order. So there's that for you. Then we're going to actually start designing it. We're going to start building the console and then have it be sent out to manufacturing. We're going to have a manufacturing we're gonna set up a manufacturing plant somewhere up in Arizona. So there's that. And the strategy for this is we're gonna showcase the raw power of the console building up to our launch. So yeah, this console's very powerful. So yeah, that's what we're planning for, at least, because it's gonna have a lot of very powerful. I think we're gonna have a GeForce RTX 4090 in the console. So yeah, a very powerful beast of a console. And then we're going to launch the console at midnight in New York City. And that's a simple thing, really. Next up here. Another timeline. So another little timeline for you. Of course, you have the launch, which is we're gonna launch the game console alongside the debut game, which is again FB3 Network, the digital cyber chase. Already have explained everything that there is to know about that launch title, so there's that. And in Q1 2026, we're gonna seek some financial funding to ensure the console's longevity. So we're gonna seek more like governmental funding, we might seek additional funding from like crowdfunding campaigns and other stuff. So there's that. And in Q2 2026, we're gonna add crossplay support with supported FBox games, and the titles may vary. So we don't know what games are gonna be supported if I'm making that clear enough. So there's that. And in 2027, we're gonna start designing and planning a new design of the FBox. We're gonna have a new FBox model, and it's gonna be a slim model. Yes, we're gonna be making an FBox Slim console, and the Slim might be even more powerful than the original console, but we'll see. And in 2028, we're gonna have a paid subscription. Well, at least it's planned. It's not going to be like a paid subscription like Netflix or anything like that. Think of it like it's going to be a paid subscription like Xbox Live Gold, where you're like paying for like extra benefits. And it is confirmed that in this paid subscription, you will have access to the following benefits. You will have, by the way, multiplayer free for everyone. You will have access to the following benefits. You will have access to exclusive deals on certain game titles. So it's like deals with gold. And you're gonna get 4 free titles every month. So it's gonna be like games with gold. And also in this paid subscription, the free titles, they're not just gonna be they're free as long as you have your subscription plan. Oh no. When you claim these games, when you claim these free games using the subscription, guess what? They're yours. They're yours. Seriously. It's not like they're only yours if you as long as you have your subscription active. No, they're yours. Period. They are in your library. You basically own those games. Bet you didn't expect that, did you? So, you get free games every month and you get to keep them. Free digital games. Yes, free digital games. And that's really all there is to tell you about the timeline. Alright. Next slide. Alright. Here we go. The moment you've all been waiting for. The pricing and the release window. You're going to get to hear when the console's going to... how much the console's going to cost. And when it's going to release. So, drum roll, please. That's the best drum roll I can do. Sorry about that. Anyways, here we go. Drum roll. Drum roll. Here is your pricing. Here is the FBox pricing. And here is when it's gonna be released. Boom. The release window. The FBox game console is currently being planned to be released in the holiday season of 2025. That's right. It's coming out at the end of this year. Yup. You're gonna get it in basically the Christmas season. There will be a total of 7 launch titles to go along with the console's release, which again includes our debut game FB3 Network, the Digital Cyber Chase, which also is going to be bundled with day 1 editions of the console. So, yeah, if you buy the day 1 edition or you pre-order it, you're going to get FB3 Network, the Digital Cyber Chase, bundled with it. So, it's basically a free game. So, there's that. And now, the pricing. Okay, here we go. On release day, the FBox will cost around an estimate of somewhere between $500 and $600. Again, this is a really big, game console. It's really powerful, so it's gonna be expensive. So, sorry about that. But you are in luck. The console's price is going to be planned to be cut down to $450 in Q4 of 2026 and be cut down to $300 sometime in the fall of 2027. So the price is gonna go down, and the price is gonna go down. So yeah, the price is gonna go down. I know there's gonna be a scalping issue. I know. I'm sorry about that. I can't do anything about that. I know scalpers ruin everything. Uh, yeah, so if you're unable to buy an FBox during the release window or during when pre-orders go live, just wait for the price just wait for the prices and just wait for the shortages to be over. And if that don't work, then just wait for the price to lower, because it's gonna be lowered. Also, you thought I just have one new other extra model planned for the FBox? I have another one. Well, we are also planning, that is, an FBox Pro model. So basically like the PS4 Pro. And it's going to be a even more powerful version, way more powerful than the FBox Slim. And that is estimated to be around $700 and $800. So yeah, around $700 and $800. It's more expensive because it's going to be a way more powerful FBox. And there you go. There is your pricing, and there is how much the console is going to cost, and when it's going to be released. And that's really all. All that we had to show you in this. So next slide. And we have approached. We're nearing the end of our presentation. So here's our summary. Yeah, here we go. We are excited to be delving into this brand new landscape and pushing the boundaries of what small creators like myself were thought to be possible. With the FBox game console, we are looking towards the future of my career, not just my channel. While this is 100% a very timely and costly endeavor, if you invest in the FBox in any way, you are investing in the future. We are honored to be able to share this with you and can't wait for the Christmas season of 2025. So yeah, there you go. So you're getting a lot of games that have been confirmed. Game consoles coming out this holiday season. It's gonna be really expensive. Again, sorry about that. Prices are expected to be lowered. And you got to look at some of our concept designs and got to see the team working on it, which is again a solo project minus some additional funding we're seeking from others. So yeah. Alright, and I do have one more thing to talk about before we wrap it up. And that is that wait, I'm checking here. The last thing that I have to talk about here is that we are going to be opening up careers soon for positions, because I can't do all this on my own. So we're gonna be having some careers, or we're having some job openings soon. So yes, you're gonna get to work with me on this. So it's gonna be a solo project for now, but it's not gonna be a solo project for long, because we're gonna be having some job listings opening. So if you want to work with me, keep an eye on that. And there you go, guys. I hope you are excited for the holiday season of 2025 just as much as I am. Thank you all for coming to this Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming to this live FBox reveal. I am FB3 Network, the FBox project lead, and I thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you there when the console releases. See you soon, guys, and goodbye for now. Okay, guys. I have a bit of a confession to make.
You've been trolled, you've been trolled, yes, you've probably been told. Don't reply to this guy, he's just trying to get a rise out of you. Yes, it's true, you respond and that's his cue to start trouble on the double while he strokes his manly stubble. You've been trolled, you've been trolled, you should probably just fold when the only winning move is not to play. And yet you keep on trying, mindlessly replying. You've been trolled, have a nice day.